A major event in the world of cryptocurrency is about to happen. We're holding out. The days are running out. Though Ripple swell, we're still more than a month and a half away. It's drawing nearer every day. As an XRP holder, I also believe that practically everyone should be aware of this event and put it on their calendars since, as is usually the case, there will likely be some significant updates about this event for XRP. With XRP and the XRPL, we were able to learn exactly what Ripple was concentrating on. I believe we learned about certain collaborations with companies like Archix during the most recent significant swell event in 2024. We began to hear some important information regarding tokenization on the XRP ledger at about the same time, I believe. Therefore, institutional DeFi is my main focus this time. I believe we will learn more about institutional DeFi. Additionally, ETFs, I'll explain why in a bit. But simply taking a look at this, we have Swell, which is a gathering place for professionals in banking, policy, and cryptocurrency payments to talk about the future of finance. This year's event will take place in New York from November 4th to the 5th. When considering 2024, it was a significant period for both Ripple and XRP holders. We also discussed it recently. We have a lot to deal with this time, don't we? By November, we should be able to introduce an XRP ETF since the SEC litigation is finished. Although there will be several events in October, we ought to have them by the time this one begins. The first XRP ETF trade should be active in the United States. We should, even though I am aware that's a pretty ridiculous prediction. We are aware of the SEC's nature. You are aware of how slow these things may be. Thus, we still need to exercise extreme patience. However, the primary reason I bring it up and mention ETFs is because we are aware that one of the subjects that will be covered at Ripple Swell is the development of digital asset investment, namely the exploration of crypto ETFs and on-chain funds. We know that Canary Capital has an XRP ETF in the waiting room, and this is with representatives from Bitwise, Canary Capital, and Bitnomial. They have yet to receive it. Bitwise offers an XRP ETF as well. I'm rather certain Bitnami does too. I'm not entirely certain. All I know is that Bitwise and Canary have one. Well, however, this is a significant conversation, and it makes me wonder if these people will be present at this event and if it will be a prominent item on the agenda. Does that imply that we may have plans to launch an ETF by then? We are aware that Brad Garlinghouse stated that an ETF for XRP would launch by the end of this year. I'm still adamant about it. You know, I still think he's right about it. I continue to believe that we receive an ETF more sooner than most people imagine. And it will be a really exciting time for holders of XRP if we see that by the time that swell starts. However, there are numerous other activities centered around the agenda that we have set in stone. For instance, this one involves tokenization and involves Dinah Friedman. I take it that this is the NASDAQ's CEO and chair. We just talked about this. She will be having fireside talk with Monica Long, the president of Ripple. I'm really thrilled about that. Additionally, tokenized financial assets were offered by Moody's Investor Services, BlackRock, and Capital Markets. Crossword repayments follow. Over the next 3 days, there will be a ton of fantastic conversations, you know. Additionally, I'm really thrilled about it. This is going to be a really exciting period for cryptocurrency holders and even other individuals, in my opinion. Thus, we are unquestionably locked in. Additionally, BNY, Franklin, Sembleton, Citi, BlackRock, Bitwise, Fidelity, Moody's, and CME Group are all heavily represented on this roster of speakers. Many of these players are incidentally XRP ECF issuers. They have submitted applications for XRP ETFs. They're present. At this occasion, they will be giving a speech. As far as the XRP ETF timeframe is concerned, I think we're moving closer to the goal. We need to have an ETF trading live for XRP by the end of October, in my opinion. I'll simply be honest, but it might have been a touch overly optimistic. By the end of October, I believe we will have one. However, we also received a significant update. Tether is that. Yes, exactly. Now, Tether is introducing a stablecoin headquartered on the US. How successful will this be is the question at hand. To what extent will Tether be transparent? Because I fail to see why USTD could simply be this stablecoin headquartered in the United States. I don't really get it. It leads me to believe that USDT is not adequately backed. They lack the necessary support for it. They had to create this new stablecoin as a result. Do I believe that the stablecoin market will benefit greatly from this? Yes. Do I believe that USTD should be a concern as well? 100%. Because once more, what makes this so different from USDT? Both stablecoins are supported by the US. I'm a little perplexed by this, but Paul Barron also provided us with an update. We have breaking news. Tether introduces USAT, a stablecoin backed by the US dollar that is completely regulated. We repeatedly stated that USTD would need to take this action. Total adherence to regulations and stability supported by the dollar. Bo Hines was named Tether USAT's CEO. For America's regulated digital assets, this is a critical time. Compliance stablecoins' future begins today. Thus, what transpires with USDT is the question, will this take the place of USTD? I mean, I'm not really sure what the point of this is. We're talking about, let's go and quickly check the stablecoin market if you already have a stablecoin worth billions and billions of dollars. As a matter of fact, Tether has more than $168 billion linked to it right now. I hope this video was enjoyable to all of you. Since more people follow me on Twitter and sign up for the free disc subscription below, if you did, the like, subscribe, and notify buttons are undoubtedly on since there will be more free content. Having said that, I appreciate you watching. Goodbye.